Hello YouTube doggos. Today we're talking about safety. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell so that you get notifications from us when we upload a video. The first rule about being safe is to have your center of gravity low to the ground so that you can expect a very big dog and it won't knock you over. So rule of thumb, on your knees, on your heels, or cross-legged. You can also stand, obviously. This is how we get to greet unfamiliar dogs, and even familiar. Now, Albert's flexing, so never mind him. So how do we stay safe around dogs? The first rule we're going to learn is the 6-second rule. How to pet dogs and have their compliance. Basically, we want their consent. The first step is obviously critical space. When it's an unfamiliar dog, you want to stay far. Are you done? Oh man. The first rule is critical space. Now, the word critical means, well, critical for a reason. That means it's a space that dogs will protect at all costs, regardless if they know you or not. So when the stars align, be sure that you might get bit. The first rule in being safe is understanding the dog's critical space. So if you take from the nose to the bum, excluding the tail, and you measure that and you project it outward all around the dog, that is their critical space. Now, obviously, I'm directly in Harriet's critical space, and so is Albert, and we're in a very confined, small space with the only exit being you. Obviously, I know these dogs, and for the sake of this video, we're demonstrating the safety rules in a confined space. Although I would never recommend meeting a strange dog in this kind of setting. It's a sure way to get bit. Now we've kind of looked at critical space over the videos, and the critical space is from the tip of the dog's nose to their bum, excluding the tail. You take that measurement and you project it outward from them and then trace an imaginary bubble all around them. That is critical space. Yes, indeed. Now, obviously, Albert has to flex because, you know, he's 12 and he can. The first rule is to lower your center of gravity to make sure that if a dog is going to knock you over, you can stop them and not fall down. The reason is dogs can be aggressive when people fall over, and when it's an unfamiliar dog, you don't know that. So the best way is to stay safe. The first rule is you're petting for 6 seconds. So Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 6. And you stop and you give the dog a little break. Now, you might be surprised at what's going to happen. Either the dog wants more or they leave. And most of the time they will leave. That is normal. Dogs don't like to be pet. They don't pet each other. It's a very intimate and very sensitive process. Now, I can do this with Harriet for 6 seconds, and well, we all know Harriet. She's a petting addict, and it'll never be enough, especially if you pet her in the ears. But I still do the rule. If they want more, obviously, you give them more. Second rule, always from the inside of yourself. That means I'm not going to go over Harriet. I am going to pet her from the part that is closest to me. I'm not going to reach over because an unfamiliar dog might not like that and want to bite you. And honest to God, even your own dog might not like that. Then we stop. If she wants more, we pet more. Again, I'm staying the closest to me. The reason for this is that if she wants out, she can leave. And you saw Albert do that. I pet him for 6 seconds. He stood up and left because Albert doesn't like to be pet all that much. So both dogs are in. So I'm going to pet again from the inside, which means the closest part to me. I'm not going to reach over or under. I'm going to pet the closest part to me. When it's an unfamiliar dog, we're going to stay from the ear to half the back on either side or under the chin. We're not going to go over the head. We're not going to try to pet the face. We're not going to try the bum or any other part. We're just going to stick to this part, go for 6 seconds, and then we stop. If they want more, they'll come back for more. Again, I'm petting from under and the closest part to me. I know this might sound weird when it's your own dog, but the skin is their biggest organ and it can get overstimulated very quickly. For those cat people out there, you know what I'm talking about, right? Another safety rule is to use your peripheral vision and pet them all the while keeping your focus on their mouth. That way, if they're going to snap, you can see it coming. Petting, 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 and I keep looking at that mouth. Even if I'm looking at you, I can still see her mouth. So train your eye to have a big peripheral vision. Those are the 3 things that you can do to avoid getting bit, especially when you're meeting a strange dog. Just be mindful of who they are and their space. This is me signing off and saying thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click that little notification bell so that you get all the videos from us. I really do appreciate it. The channel is slowly growing, which is really nice because it's encouraging to me to make more videos. Don't forget to comment what you would like to see, what you would like me to talk about, and overall your experience in training. This is me signing off and saying ciao for now. Mouth. Now I have a really, hear it down. Now I have a really good peripheral vision, so I can, and I've been trained. Albert, what are you doing?